So here he is, Matt the Terror Serra, with the great Ray Longo there in his corner. And of course, all eyes are on Matt Serra here tonight. You know what he did back at UFC 69, springing the upset by knocking out the heavy favorite George St. Pierre. And now having realized the UFC Welterweight Championship, how much confidence does that give Matt Serra going forward as he continues to take his shots at this talented division's elite?
Matt Serra is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the former UFC Welterweight Champion with a devastating one-punch ability and a world-class ground game to go with it.
Born in Dagestan, Russia, here is the UFC lightweight contender, the undefeated Khabib Nurmagomedov, at one point 24-0, dominant every step of the way in his mixed martial arts career, training at American Kickboxing Academy under the likes of Javier Mendez. This is a gym that has produced many a champion, Joe. All indications are that Khabib Nurmagomedov could be next.
This guy has one-punch knockout power, and when a fighter has that kind of ability, it's always a big advantage.
And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. 4 years, the difference in age between these two fighters, with some differences in height and a similar reach. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Bergliata. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. This is the first fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 16 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Long Island, New York, USA, Matt the Terror Serra. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 27 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
All right, you ready? You ready?
Here we go. Well, as you all know by now, Matt Serra's demise was greatly exaggerated, and of all the things that he brings to the table, foremost among them is his confidence and self-belief. It was on full display in the upset of George St. Pierre, and you gotta think that result and that performance is something he will be buoyed by now moving forward in the UFC. All right, first round is underway, and no surprise that his opponent's guard is high. He has done his homework, he has watched film. You know about these powerful overhand punches, a big part of his game plan every time out. We'll see if he can get it going here early in this one.
God, look at that takedown, man. Tries to pass, but cannot.
And busy as he looks to improve position here.
North-south.
Going for a submission.
He's looking for the inverted triangle from side control. What he wants to do here is he wants to rotate his hips, trapping the arm, then step over that arm with his leg, put his leg behind the back of his opponent's head. He lost it! And he's on top!
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Excellent movement on the ground here, constantly moving, constantly staying busy.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Serra.
He's looking to pass.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Serra.
Excellent movement and transitions here on the ground, staying busy. He tries to pass here, but gets shut down.
Under 2 minutes now to go round one.
He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground. They're canceling each other out. Excellent movement on the ground here, always trying to better his position. Now he's in half guard.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy.
Big punch from the top. Showing some good defense here on the ground by controlling that arm. Grabs a hold of the wrist, pins it down from here. He's looking for the Kimura. He wants to wrap his arm around the back of his opponent's elbow and clasp his wrist together.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
His Kimura is getting tighter. He may be forced to tap here. Stunning.
And there it is.
Stunning, and he really made it look easy. Round was almost over, but he sunk in the submission and got the victory.
Right, I mean, how do you not admire the focus of this young fighter? You can tell he was looking for that submission much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it. He stayed patient, let the setup do its thing, and ultimately the submission materializes organically late in the round. High-level stuff out of that young fighter here tonight.
And let's watch it here one more time. Deep submission and the tap.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 44 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Matt Serra.
So the proud New Yorker Matt Serra does it again. A lot of people wondered after the knockout of George St. Pierre, would this guy be a one-hit wonder? The answer tonight, an emphatic no, as Matt Serra proves that not only did he have the chops to be champion, he is a guy who can continue to prove himself as one of the elites here at 170 pounds.